Hey guys, you're watching Mia's new pair of glasses, and we're going to talk more about these nanofibers. And if you ever doubt, or if you have anybody in your life that doubts that they are not trying to kill and control us on every level, then you need to show them this video. This is just about 10 minutes, and I would really hang in and listen to it. And I'm going to show you images of these fibers in all types of food. Not only are we breathing it in, but this is in 100% of our food. And this is really important because there's no way you're going to avoid it. So let's listen to this interview and watch these images.
Contamination is a difficult term. I would say everybody has been in contact. We have films, we call it dry particle storm. We just ignite ultraviolet light at night, and then you see these fibers being in the air everywhere. So there must be tons of it around, and I would say everybody who is living on the planet was in contact with these fibers. Then you can say, okay, once it is inside the system, does it grow, and how far does it grow? So I would suggest, or I would believe that maybe in Europe 70% of the people have fibers within their body, but they're not growing explosively. There are a few here, a few there. They don't interfere with health. So it's just something that is within the body, and the body is not able to completely get rid of it, but it's not kind of taking over the body. If you look at the heavy cases where you can see things coming out of the skin because of this biology is exploding within the human body, we can talk about 300 to 600,000 registered cases worldwide. So if you look at it as a transhumanistic technology, they don't want to have us ill. The transhumanistic technology basically wants to have a few of those fibers available within the body, because it is again a possibility to communicate between a radio signal or an external computer, if you want so. And this time it is not the nervous system of the body, but it is the light communication that is transmitted all the time between the DNAs of the different cells. You might look into more spiritual descriptions of what is a human and talk about the chakra system. There you have colors associated to your light body, which is blue, green for the heart chakra, yellow for life force, red, orange for anger, and red for sexuality. So this is the basic system that is targeted. It's not about getting on our nerves in a way. It is about getting into our light communication. You can read it as a line of coincidences. You can read it as a very intelligent concept. It starts with vaccinations. Vaccinations contain mercury, and the mercury is changing the environment for candida within the body. It makes candida grow. And the second thing mercury does is it is higher the rate of infection in childhood. It basically triples it. Infection today is treated with antibiotics, and then the antibiotics kill the rest of the, let's say, probiotic candida forms that normally live within the body. The moment it stops with the antibiotics, the environment is empty of candida, or the candida is killed, except of the pathogenic forms. They regrow and resettle on the entire environment, and then we have a antibiotica-induced change of the candida environment within the body. And the forms that are surviving antibiotics, they are really evil stuff because they don't serve as part of the healthy nature in the body. They try to take over. So the first thing they do is they send some signaling chemistry or hormones to the liver, and the liver is shutting down the lymphatic flow. So the liver stops detoxing. The liver is still detoxing the blood, but all the toxins taken out from the blood are stored within the liver because the lymphatic flow is blocked. Then it comes to an over-acidification of the body because of the liver not working properly, and to a further pollution with heavy metals. And this is exactly the environment the fungus loves. He loves acidity and he loves heavy metals. And once this is established, the body opens for the next disease, which is Borrelia. So you have a kind of row of diseases building up on top of each other. If you have Borrelia for a few years, you're completely intoxicated with the poisons they create. The liver is still not able to deal with it. And the last step in this line of development is that the body allows the Morgellon to grow, because the Morgellon has this function of taking in heavy metals and poisons and up-concentrating them in these structures, and there it is not of any danger to the body. So basically the body is asking the Morgellon to help out storing heavy metals and poisons, what he does, what he loves to do. So let's say the Morgellon is prolonging the life of the human by 3 or 4 years by first taking in all the poisons. But of course the Morgellons themselves also create their own poisons, and they start to multiply and grow and grow and grow more and more. So at a certain point, basically the human is lost, and the last step of the Morgellon is, okay, I used to be your friend, so let's take you out of the game, I'll kill you now, because this is hopeless. So this is basically the entire setup of this line of diseases. And the beauty of it is that it is very, very easy to cure it, because you need to go to the first steps and restore the Candida environment, take out the mercury of the body, restore the Candida environment, and then all the further steps pull back, and the Morgellons normally they disappear after 3, 4, 5 weeks. You see the entire system healing. So there's a big beauty about understanding the disease and being able to intelligently fix the basement. And this is adopted from computer technologies. It is, you could imagine it as a line of transistors. So certain fractions of DNA that work as a transistor, and they react on outer frequencies, which gives you the possibility to utilize something that works in a similar way to a telephone call. Each transistor is opening when it hears a certain frequency, so you can start to dial in. First number is a frequency that is opening the first transistor, second number is a frequency that is opening the second transistor, and only if all the numbers are in the right order and heard in a certain line of tones in the range of gigahertz, and the entire sequence is opening up. And what you get is a signal to the neighboring DNA that is activated then. So you have a system where you can dial into the genetics and make it either create light that you want to have created, or you make it create a substance. And this could be a heavy poisoning agent, for example. I don't know what, some cell poisons that kill you within minutes, that create cancer, that kill you within seconds. Everything is thinkable and possible once you have this dialing in thing established. And the way you put it into the human body is combining it with the lipopeptides. It is something, I think they adopted it from the principles of nature, how viruses infect cells. It is an agent that is opening the membrane of the cell and pulling the artificial RNA or DNA inside the cell to have it inserted into the chains of the natural DNA. As it looks like, the diseases we are suffering now, and this is basically, if you look at the last state, it is autism. As it looks like, the entire geoengineering topic is heading to the point where the human soul is driven out of the human body, giving space for demons or an outer species to take over our biology completely. So this is kind of the full picture that is about, let's say, planned from the other side. And what we have been trying to do is find on the medical side solutions that help to heal all the diseases connected to it and help to close the human body, because it reappears wherever you go. If you deal with the Morgellons disease, the best thing, the easiest way to get rid of these demons, of these crawling creatures, is to open your heart chakra and flood the body with a green light. This is something that we learned how to, even during treating the people, we were using this technique to just get rid of them. Also with the third way of, or the third attempt to get access to our DNA light communication, what we found out that the only way to keep out these external fields of the system, which act on a binary way of communication, is to open your heart chakra, that is trinary in communication, and to fill your entire body with a green light, and then you have a system that is able to deflect and to protect the body from outside influence. So it is funnily, it is always the love that is the solution to all these problems.